Hello, call me Dave. Back for an Easter one. And in the Bible, Jesus said to all of the bunnies, go out and feed the kids loads of chocolate shit so they get really fat and their teeth fall out. We'll make a few quid. Only he didn't. How are you going? You right? Let's have a bit of fun, shall we? Christ. First one. I'm going to moan at us lads. Sorry, lads. But I learnt something the other day. Annoyed me a bit. You know, since the old lockdown that we didn't really need, the sex toy market had that doubled literally from 34 billion to 74 billion. Mad. And in the last year, it's quadrupled. So the message to all of you lads is, stop telling your missus to go and fuck herself. Because every time you say go and fuck yourself, somebody makes billions out of fucking sex toys. Jesus. You know, when you get in your 40s, you're just happy with your partner and you just want a companion. Not necessarily sex. You still got it in you, but that's not the reason. Still got it in you. Well, you probably would have, wouldn't you? Yeah. I had some fried chicken last night. I don't know what they're putting in that these days. What shit's going in all of this crappy food, but Jesus. Maybe Castrol GTX or KY jelly. This morning that come out of my arse like a fucking Formula 1 racing car. Jesus, what are they putting in there? Yeah, nice glass of vino. One moment. I remember my ex-girlfriend, she came home from work one day and she said, I worked my fucking arse off today. I don't know why I said it, but I said, I think you better go back and try again, love. Your arse is still huge. She was well offended, honestly. Still felt good though. I've got to tell you a fact about me that will surprise you. You'll never guess what. I was an ugly baby. When the fucking midwife held me up, she slapped me mother. Now you understand why I wear a mask. You know? Hey, you guys. It's slough out of the Goonies. I look the right, Johnson. Yeah. Anyway, I'm always whinging about women. So, for you ladies, why are men like parking spaces? Well, they're either taken, too small, or they're fucking disabled. Mad. What's the difference between a man and a condom? Well, condoms have evolved. They're no longer thick and insensitive. Apparently, I moan too much about the women. We love women. You know, equality. Right there, you know, men and women. For everybody, you know. I realise something. If you masturbate, at some point you realise you're only fucking yourself. You know? So be good to yourselves. Keep your hands off. And wait for someone else to come. No pun intended. Come along. Wait for someone else to come. You know. Him. Johnson here. Super Johnson. I was in town the other day. I know I get out sometimes. They let me out sometimes. On a release day, you know. I saw my mate. He had a new dog. I said, oh, mate. Yeah, a new dog. He said, yeah, whip it. Took my belt off, slapped it on the arse. He only called the RSPCA. He said, whip it. Fucking misunderstanding or what? Nice dog, whip it. I was totally innocent. Do you know, sometimes I meditate before I go to sleep. That's really good for you. Helps you relax, sleep. I've got this little oil burner. You get some lavender, sandalwood. Get an old pair of sandals, you get some extra cheese in it. And my friend says, have you tried bergamot? I thought, that sounds good. That's two of my most favourite things to eat. Burger and mott. I said, I eat them as much as possible. Be good to yourself and others, you know. Mott, yeah. Lovely smell. Burger and mott. Yeah, fur burger and mott, more like. Well, my friend was taking the piss out of me yesterday. But I had to admit, if he's right. If you're right, you're right. He said, you tell jokes. And you wear a fucking Batman mask. Apart from being an ugly bastard, there's no reason to wear a Batman mask. You're a comedian. He said, you tell jokes. You should have been the fucking Joker. He's right. He's right. I had to shake his hand and say, do you know what? I'll have to get a new fucking mask. in case they see how fucking ugly I look through this one. My mate is always moaning about life not being fair. So I thought, I'll get something. I said, imagine being a fish then. He said, what the fuck do you mean by that? I said, imagine two fish passing each other, you know. And the other one, what are you staring at? I can't help it. I can't close me fucking eyes. I've got no eyelids. You know, and the other, why don't you go and have some sleep? I can't sleep. I've got no fucking eyelids. Why'd you keep bumping into me? That's not my fault. Some cunt put my eyes on the side of my head. So it's always worse than you think it is for other things, you know. Have a monkey up a tree hanging around upside down all day, flicking shit at each other. Yeah. I was trying to be inspirational with the missus the other day. I said, we're all living on borrowed time. None of us are going to fucking make it, you know. We get a certain amount of time on the earth. You've got to enjoy every minute with no regrets. I said, you've got to grab the life by the balls. She did. Fucking mine. Try saying that when you're going. Well, we stayed in a hotel once, and the bath was huge. And she was on the phone to her mum, and she said, Mum, the bath is amazing. I just can't describe how nice it is. I said, yes, you can. Is it big, round, small, rectangle, slope, wet? I said, fuck it, take a picture. What do you mean you just can't describe it? Fucking hell. Likes a bit of football. So I said, did you know Norwich City, Colchester United and Ipswich Town, they've all given their players free cigarette lighters? And she said, really, really? Gullible. I said, yes, they have. She said, why? I said, because they keep losing all their fucking matches. You know what I mean? Hang on. Chateau Neuf de crap. Aldi. Tastes the same. Bit cheaper. I went to the doctors and I said to the doctor, Doctor, I've lost all sense of direction. What should I do? He said, get lost, mate. I was out the other day, just up near the cemetery, and a cyclist comes up to me and says, what's the quickest way to get to the hospital, mate? I said, either ride your bike in front of that car or call me a Welsh cunt. Either way, you'll end up at the fucking hospital. He just looked at me. Do you know, I love exercise. Keep fit, you know. So I joined the UFC yesterday. The Ultimate Fingering and Cunnilingus Club. That's good, but I received a few blows myself. Didn't I? Few blows myself. Do you know, last night I had sex with the missus for 2 hours. My mate said, I bet she was sore. I said, no, she wasn't actually. We stopped a few times. We used a bit of lubricant. He went, what, some strawberry lube? I said, no, I got fucking Castrol GTX. She rode like a fucking dream for the second hour. Put a few more miles on the clock. Both, actually. Oh, my God. Put a few more miles on the clock. What's the difference between a condom and a coffin? Well, you come in one and you go in the other. I come back from the pub the other night with my mate. At the door, my missus punched and swore at me. My mate said, don't you care? I said, nah, it's all right. She hits like a fucking girl. You know what I mean? Hits like a girl. She's a woman, isn't she? Well, I was with this woman a while back, and she was quite a dirty lady in the bedroom. I mean, I made her take a fucking shower first. And she kept saying to me, stick it in me arse. I said, I don't need that shit. You got a perfectly good beaver here. In fact, I've got a perfectly good beaver here. I said, I'll give that thing a good seeing to instead. You know? I said, why are you so obsessed with anal? She said, it's all right, you know. She said, it's like buying a smart car. She said, at first it hurts a little, but after a while you're surprised how much you can actually fit in the boot. Sound painful to me. Try not to get political here, so this will be very equal. But in the Independent newspaper the other day, this is what it said in the Independent newspaper. It read, black men voting for Trump worries Biden. I was like, more racial conditioning. We can all fucking vote. for whoever we want. Dementia is so bad now for Biden. He doesn't know what fucking planet he's on. He's probably surprised anyone's voting for him. He keeps walking off the fucking stage in the wrong way and he can't talk. I like Trump because America was better then. But saying that, both men are too old. When you see 70 or 80-year-olds doing shit these days, just doing anything, you don't see many 70 and 80-year-olds doing stuff, do you? So why make them fucking presidents? I'd vote for fucking Ron DeSantis over both of them. Young, sensible, you know? So get someone younger in there. Someone talked about nicknames the other day. I said, I understand how they got Bill from William. Bill, Will, sound the same. And Bob from Robert. Obviously, you know, Rob, Bob. But how would you get Dick from Richard? As I said that, a little voice whispered over my shoulder. You got to ask him nicely, he said. I said, you're fucking Richard, aren't you? He went, yes, mate, I am. Fuck me. How'd you get Dick from Richard? Well, that's a sensible question. A little while ago, my friend, lady, she caught her son wanking over a book of magic eye pictures. His mum come in, and he went, that's not what it looks like, Mum. Not what it looks like. Magic fucking eye posters. You have to be similar age to me to remember those. A book of shit wallpaper. This is a fact. Someone came up with this shit. Women need to feel loved to have sex, and men need to have sex to feel loved. Charles Darwin will be turning in his fucking grave because to keep the species going, one of you, or both of you, have got to be fucking lying. You know what I mean? My missus, she said, with all that's going on in the world, where do you want to be buried if it happens? Apparently, balls deep in your sister weren't the fucking answer she was looking for. Buried balls deep in your sister. Fucking hell. Well, that sounds quite nice, actually. Quick break. All the old pipes. If a dove is a bird of peace, what's the bird of love? Must be the swallow. Because you wouldn't just swallow anyone's, would you, ladies? Well, yeah, wouldn't swallow anyone's, would they, John? I went out with a right dirty blonde woman years back. That weren't her hair colour, you know. She was kinky. Everyone called her the mosquito, and I didn't understand why. She wouldn't stop sucking until I whacked on the fucking head. Then I realised. Holy shit. Oh, stop. Let me go. Why do gay men pay the highest car insurance premiums? Because they're always being rammed from behind. And people always come up to here. Fucking hell. You're not born gay, you get sucked into it. A friend told me that. As it's Easter, it should be about Jesus, not bunnies and chocolate eggs. Why did Jesus die a virgin? Because every time he touched the wound, it closed up. Yeah. It's a joke. Just meant to be funny. You know what I mean? What's the difference between a prostitute and a bowling ball? Well, you only get 3 fingers in a bowling ball, don't you? And just a note, don't ever take a prostitute bowling. You lose all your fucking fingers, won't you? One on each arm. My mate said to me, there must be something in the air. There's loads of women all getting pregnant right now. I said, there is something in the air. They're fucking legs. You know what I mean? That's how you get pregnant, isn't it? I said to him, if God didn't want us to eat pussy, he wouldn't have made it look like a fresh, juicy melon. Or a sweaty kebab, depending on the woman and the time you've been in the bed. Earlier on, a postman knocked on the door. He said, I have a big package here for the missus. I said, well, hurry up and give it to her. She's a right miserable cunt today. It might cheer her up. Do you know what I mean? I was just getting ready to go out last night with a few friends, and the missus was sat on the sofa holding her phone, checking it every 2 minutes. I said, what are you waiting for? She said, I've got 5 guys coming in a minute. I said, blimey, you'll have a sore beaver later on. I'd use some lubricant if I was you. I said, I've got some Castrol GTX in the shed. Give that a go. See you later, love. Well, I hope you enjoyed my, well, I suppose Easter stroke fucking April Fool's Day gag. I'll see you in the next one. Keep smiling. Just annoys them. Take care.